As a student, to be exact, a university student in Nigeria, I could see and feel the pressure students are when writing exam. Most students I come across let themselves go, and with little or no regard to the students in Nigerian university. I really want to help as someone who has gone through exam stress and all, and the anxiety the exam period could actually bring.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh.
Hello, I'm Nafisa and welcome to Novelisa Podcast, where I share the art of being novel and securing my life, where being business and growing in tech. For over 3 years, I had struggled alone with finding my path and securing that life I wanted for myself. Join me as I share my journey with you all by hitting that subscribe button.
Come on, listen to me.
As a student, in short, as someone who has like been a student most of our life, I've gone through a lot, and most especially schooling in Nigeria. I can know that I can see for a fact that the society, the Nigerian university, and the government give no shit. Like they give no eye to any mental health issues that students are having. I think the only school I know that I really went to that really put a counselor in place was my secondary school and my junior school, and both of them, their counseling was based on academic. I remember a time where I visited my counselor in secondary school, telling him about the challenge I have. The man was telling me that I should do, is it a timetable for reading so as not to be is it overwhelmed or something like, so as not to think too much. Or I just, well, I think as a child I was quite smart. I wonder why you think, I think I was that person that I was smart as a child, then as an adult my smartness started diminishing. Yeah. So basically, that's what the man told me. And when I entered university, there was no in private school for that matter. There was no counselor. I okay. That might okay. Yeah, there was a counselor involved, but how many students even know they exist or like go and meet it? I've never visited my counselor in university, but my friend that actually went there told me that it's only on academic and mostly women. Then she advises them on like pregnancy, menstruation, blah blah blah. Like seriously. I entered the second university that was sure that I've not seen no one. Like I remember telling my professor that I'm having anxiety and everything. Say no, you should pray. Are you not a Muslim? That I don't worry. I'm like everything will work out. That it's that is it have to work hard to prepare for my future and everything. In my mind, I was not saying, almost see this guy. You told me I've not been preparing for my future since. And do you think that it's academic that I want to even succeed in? Like, is it academic that I don't see myself succeeding through academic or like as academic leading me to succeed or something like that? If you understand what I mean? Even though most people have told me that academic is the best for you. And so it was like in my mind, like, I keep saying that you guys okay at all. Like when I do okay, how can you be telling me that? It's not what I want. Like I remember so many people telling me that, oh, be a professor, you like reading. Dude, I like reading for myself. I don't like reading to impart knowledge to people. I don't think that the time limit for imparting knowledge to people to students is so little. I hate like having a student like immediately chose upon me in less than 3 months. How do you want me to learn from the student? All those I feel like I need to kind of like interact with that student before I kind of like pushing something into that student brain. So basically I feel like even the professor actually fit me, not that type of professor or the traditional professor, so I don't really know. So I remember during the exam, whenever the exam is to come, when I was for me, my first exam in university was well, most students kind of like they will wear 3 clothes for the 2 weeks of their exam. Yes, it happens a lot. I'm not lying. I'm sure most Nigerians know that are listening to it, they know. So I actually was not the type of person that would do that. Almost see me, I'll wear clothes and I'll wash. Like they don't really have that time to wash. They think like washing of clothes kind of like waste of time. And then I think where we are, there was no laundromat and whatever. So have most students reduce their thing. That's when you see them even food again they have to be buying outside and everything. So those things will be limited, like they will constrict themselves to only within 24 hours. I mean oh boy, I usually read just for maybe 6 to 8 hours in a day. So that's it. So I was kind of like I know that I was so different. So I don't even follow my friends to it because I know that the way they read actually is not going to be mine. Then I entered my second university. I gave myself because to me, I gave myself see I'm not and the same thing happened. Like this time you see them so lifeless, so stressed, dirty, scattered, tattered. Not all, most of them. In short, 90% of people that I've seen their routines and that's how they are. I think even when as a postgraduate now, the same thing happened to me. I think I was dressing well. Like, oh my god, a friend even told me like that, are you writing exam at all? My colleague, I told him why. He said you dress like you look confident. Ah, you must have overread. I said, see this guy, overread for where? Like, oh, I said, no, there's nothing like that. It's just I feel like to me a cloth wearing cloth is not like a way of me being confident. Like it's even if I don't know anything, I should at least be confident now. I believe because I don't know anything that I'll kind of like allow my problem to kind of like show on myself or something like that. So like I'm that person that basically whenever exam is come, what I do right, it's I understand the issue of like laundry might but how many minutes do you do laundry in a day? It's I even used to watch from during the exam, let me know that. So I ever read article during the exam, let me know that. So the I usually what I do usually do is that since the exam usually hold for 2 weeks, I kind of like prepare 14 cloth. So usually between seven tops, seven bottom, then with scarf just 5 or 4 scarf depending on the color I want. Then that's all. Then my pajamas. I see no reason why I have to be like stressing myself to like since that's an habit I have already. The habit of like laying out clothes for the week is something I have already. It makes it so simple for me. I do my laundry every week. 1 hour, 30 minutes, I'm done. It's not even and the only thing is I don't read in the afternoon. So I spend the afternoon to watch film, watch clothes, watch film and do so I wonder why they will kill the same on reading. I understand that some people have find success through hard work in academic and all, but it has not happened for me. So that's why I'm a firm believer on like do not like you should refuse to look like your progress. So you need to dress smart during the exam to show that this is I got you. You can't control me. So this the issue, the pressure, the anxiety, everything that students go through. I wonder why there have not been a counseling in mental health in place for most especially government school. Because government schools are so used to stressing and belittling their students. Like they belittle their students in the sense that you start hearing them say A is for me before anybody my class is the most difficult class. There's somebody that can get B. Even B, even C say I'm going to help you. You see the lecturers that will you said lecturers that will be setting difficult questions. You said lecturers that will be set that will twist the question. Like they need to realize that every student and not don't fit into one learning capacity, like one learning model. I feel like sometimes whenever I used to see them doing it, it's kind of like provoke me. I feel like creating my own skill, but on my nose is another dream because I have so many ideas to do and I have so little time to achieve them. So it's honestly it has just blood that is to put like honestly even after the exam you now see them they will now relax thank God some of them will still be anxious to like waiting for their result and everything. I'm like like a counselor should be in place where at least it is advisable for students to even take a credit unit on it. But I say in Nigeria, as long as it's not concerning credit unit, nobody is attending. It's not concerning your academic. So they should kind of like make it compulsory for them. Honestly, whenever I used to write, whenever I'm writing this out or like I used to see them, my heart beat for them. Like I felt for them. But the thing is, I mean, see, one thing that's what you guys need to realize. I'm not the most brilliant person. I'm not the most smartest person, right? I have a terrible handwriting issue. I can't like I have the kind of like whenever I'm writing my hand, this my hand is to pain me. Like it's I need to even hold it inside. Like um so that doesn't make that as if I know I'm going to pass my exam. But it's just that I don't want to have like kill myself on an issue where how will I say just kill myself on an issue. I should tell my dad that if you see me packing my load coming back home, you should not vex. Honestly, when government university in Nigeria are the academic some the academic is not adhering to the academic the way they teach students is not meant for everybody and everything. So it's like they don't realize that we are all different human beings. We all have different way of learning, different structure. Like last semester, right, I used to go to class a lot. I've never missed class. But this semester, let me tell you, I've already even missed today's class. And it's not bothering me because basically, you keep dropping notes, keep dropping notes, keep dropping notes. Which time do you expect students to be reading? How many days are like Appa? You are not there to attend lecture from 8 till 6 o'clock. Wow, like seriously? So I feel like they need to have like realize that students also have a life a life outside academy. I feel like here is kind of like a taboo for a student to actually have a life outside of school. It's like even this teachers will look at you as well. The most annoying thing is that some of those lecturers that have actually schooled outside gotten that same education where out of Nigeria their impact to them. So I wonder why they change, why they don't really understand what is going on. Like mental health, I think in our law they said if you kill yourself by suicide, kill yourself, like you will go to jail for how many days, pay a fine. I've really forgotten the law. So yeah, like mental health is not even taken serious. So it's more of like countering it with prayer and everything. I know that prayer is the key to everything, but come on, I feel like I said being the first thing, your first mindset or like your first thought when someone tell you that is having a mental issue is not, oh, go and pray, put it in your prayer. You should kind of like sit down and listen to him as a being, like as a being, not a spiritual being, a physical being. It doesn't need spiritual help. Some people just want a ear to listen to. Like me, I honestly I felt for them. Like I feel like as I say, how it can help or like make it a credit unit. If that is the way it is, make it like psychology. Fact every student will go in and like not even every it doesn't matter that every day you must go in. It just have you have to kind of like have a record with your lectures or with the counselor. Like in a semester you have a particular record to keep. Just do something. It's really annoying me, guys, whenever I see it. And another thing is that we have limited psychologists in Nigeria. They are so limited. I don't know more than five guys. They are so limited. And even I've been looking for therapists to have. I don't really want to have an online therapy. I wanted a physical therapist that is near me that I can go maybe whenever I'm transiting from work, like just enter or anything like that. So it has it's the focus is just not been given there and everything. And my experience with mental health so far, honestly, I'm one of the most luckiest person that I never like go through with all those thoughts I have, all those negative thoughts I have. How many times have I attempt suicide and everything? Guys, I can't count. So I'm just grateful that I'm alive. When it comes to like my mental health issue, when it comes to academic, as I said, one of the things I noticed is that it's appearing like being confident in yourself during exam or test week. I don't dress, and my method of confidence in my exam or test week is my way of dressing. I dress really good. Like I forget I don't put makeup or anything. Like I don't even know how to do makeup, but I really dress really good. Like even myself, I even dress really good more than on normal days of lecture. So I feel like you should look for a way, like interpret your confidence in a way during that exam. Right, your confidence of exam might just be as simple as buying pen. Yeah, this other thing I'll talk about is writing. As I have a bad handwriting, right? What I usually do is I get the best pen. And you see me we're carrying a day or 2 days around the shops in a particular area looking for pen. I test and write. So I use that person that take three to four pen and how many pencils inside the example. Because once I write a few minutes with this, my hand will start pinning. I have to change hand. So you kind of like interpret your confidence in a way, like look for a way to interpret it out. It can be as many things as wearing a particular shoe or putting on a particular color, wearing a particular this thing, makeup or like wearing a particular hairstyle. So many things of like it just I know it's not easy, but try to like interpret your confidence. Start don't start saying because of exam you will not wear clothes, you will not wear your clothes or what you only wear 3 or 4 clothes throughout the 2 weeks of exam. Dress well, like get the best material that your hand can lay on. Interpret your confidence in a way that learn to interpret your confidence, as I would say. That's the best advice for me. And again, try to keep a journal, maybe an exam journal, kind of like where you write down your experience through your that exam and test week, or just do not even skip one. Write and keep right. Honestly, it helps. 'Cause I'm even thinking of like I have a morning page, so that's I use it both as my it serves as my exam to page, like during the exam where I write all my thoughts that run through my brain during the exam or test week. I'm thinking of getting it separate, but I have a lot of notes like separate. So I really don't know. I think another thing is that some of the reason why this issue of mental health happen for students is that the fear of the unknown. Honestly, guys, the fear of the unknown is one of the most greatest thing I know that can cripple people. Like, it's okay. Imagine if you have no idea that if you take one step forward on your proper this thing, you were able to work on. Now imagine now this so now in exam in the academic situation, yes, you know book, yes, you write well, but how you are not the one that is marking your script. Yes, there are some lecturers like that. you're not their marking scheme is not, let us is unknown. Some they mark well, some their mood again might interfere with their marking and everything. There are so many factors. So those fear of the unknown, something that is out of your control. So the second thing is that pressure to succeed. And see, I was the person who like grew up in academic line, like not in the sense that my parents are academia, in the sense that I schooled throughout my life, like even down to I think the only time I have break was just for a year, yeah, for a year or 2 years. So that was it. Like all my life was in school, basically going to school. So like I actually last between 2 years ago when I was having going through an issue with my health, I thought that maybe academic was was a path for me to succeed, which actually because everybody have said, ah, you'll be a good professor, you'll be a good that. So I went back to school. Then I realized that nah, I don't even see me using myself like or see me using academic to succeed. So like people have and another thing is that your parent pressure, family, society, your guardian pressure, you are not the one that is paying your school. So the pressure to not to disappoint them is always there and everything. Now another thing is that the student, the academic don't they see failure as something to be embarrassed of. And that is something they need to change that mindset of and actually change the student. So imagine and I think we are so lucky in Nigeria that we don't have a high rate of like student suicide case or something like that in Nigeria. So I think that's another thing that is looking at it because people think just because you not kill yourself does not mean you are going through mental health issue or whatever. You have mental health, you have anxiety, you have depression. So that's what they believe. So another thing is that the pressure like before universe, the pressure before the is it before universe? Okay, yeah, yeah, the same thing. Pressure before pressure to succeed and pressure before the universe. As I said, society has put in such a way that it's only in school you can succeed. You have to go to school to succeed. So that society pressure of like, oh, you failed your exam. Ah, she's a failure. She's a dolly. She's a this. So it's there. So I feel like those are one of the reasons why. Understand? One of the reasons why pressure is always there to work hard to read more than 6 hours in a day, to wear how many clothes during the exam. How I think it's all a matter of also doing yourself. As I for me, I know myself. I can't read for more than 6 hours to 8 hours in a day, and I already read 2 hours daily, like 2 hours interval. So whenever I read 2 hours in the morning, and then around that 10 to 12, I read 2 hours again. So 2 hours again in the evening, then 2 hours again in the morning, around that 2 to 4 like AM in the morning. So that's how I usually read. So I feel like that's something that they know. Some people students they don't really know themselves. They keep reading, reading, reading. The more you keep reading, the more you keep forgetting. And I feel like there are some static of reading that most students don't even no, and most students have not have the time or the opportunity to find out by themselves because the time is the 3 4 months in a semester between attending lecture, finding out the strategy, your mode of reading. I feel like having a counselor in place might help the students like figure out their learning strategy and everything. So the as I say, like everything is just it all tends to pressure, and fear of the unknown. So there are so many things like how would I say there are so many things right now we tend to overlook. Those little things. So as a student I have to say most academic are ignorant of the fact that students do go through a lot of stress, anxiety, depression and so on. That millions are kind of like being spent on building the next big facility, graduating the most academic intelligent student that mental health to graduate. I'm someone that is lucky to be able to like pass through all this. Thus, I recognize and I control it and understand the importance of my mental health and how I should not allow it to affect me. Like my mental health is the most important thing more than whether passing or failing my exam.